Hello again everyone and welcome back to Skyblock News. I'm your host Derailious and today we're going to be going over a few more changes related to the mining update as well as the general community response to the update. Before we begin, I just want to say we are on our way to 75k, so if you could leave a like and subscribe down below, that really would mean a ton. Without any further ado though, let's launch right into this. Starting off today, we actually have a few pretty interesting recipe changes, most notably to the Super Compactor 3000 and the Personal Compactor 4000. The 3000 is now way easier to craft, requiring less enchanted cobblestone and also less enchanted redstone. This is pretty great for anyone who's a new Iron Man player, a bingo player, just anyone who is starting the game in general. These will be way easier to come by. Also, if you're looking at the Personal Compactor 4000, it just requires less redstone. I'm going to be honest, this one matters a little bit less because redstone is very easy to get in high quantities. Next up, we have received a lot of changes related to Glossy Gemstones that actually move them in a pretty good direction. We've also received changes to refined minerals as well. Starting off with the minerals, the drop chance has been reworked as follows. The drop rate of refined mineral now scales with breaking power, with the formula of breaking power over 2000. This might make sense as to why refined minerals have been a little bit harder to come by, but I'm going to be honest, this doesn't really matter too much because refined minerals once again are not too difficult to receive. The main problem was glossy gemstones, and now they also scale with breaking power, with the formula of breaking power divided by 2000. So for ruby it is 6 over 2000, for amber, sapphire, jade, amethyst, and opal it is 7 over 2000, for topaz, it is 8 over 2000, and for jasper, peridot, onyx, aquamarine, and citrine, it is 9 over 2000. Efficient miner does not boost your refined mineral and glossy gemstone drop rates. However, this is a little bit better all things considered. You're getting pretty close to a 1 in 220 or a 1 in 250 drop rate if you're mining those high breaking power gemstones, which is a little bit better than it was previously. People have done the math on this and it's come out to around 30 glossy gemstones per event, although that could be a little bit different depending on your rates. Next up, this isn't really a patch note, but I do want to talk about something else related to mining, and that is the amount of gemstone powder that you're able to obtain just by using quite a few of the new buffs, as well as some of the old ones that previously existed. Currently, when I'm going for things like gemstone powder, I am using my Fleet Jasper drill. This gives me a lot of bonus powder for gemstones. As you can see, the base part of the drill gives you plus 20% gemstone powder. I have a spicy omelet in here, which gives me another 20%. And then if I go over to my pets, I have these auto pet rules set up, which I got from a video that will be linked both on screen now and in the description. As you can see, when you increase your gemstone collection, you put on your Skatha. When you increase your hardstone collection, you put on your Dillo. And you're able to mine for quite a lot of powder, all things considered. I am making a lot from this. Overall, you can get upwards of 1.5-2 mil powder per hour. And considering that you only really need about 30, 35, maybe 40 mil for a decent Heart of the Mountain tree, I would definitely recommend this setup. If you want to look at the Heart of Mountain perks I'm using right now, they're not really too crazy. You're going for a lot of mole, you're going for a lot of Great Explorer, and you're trying to get powder buff as high as possible. Keep in mind, once again, I don't have this fully maxed, and I am using mineral armor that doesn't even have jaded on it, so you really can go a little bit further if you wanted to. You can get glossy gemstone armor, you can get yourself upgraded Heart of the Mountain perks, and you will be getting even more powder, which is really nice to see. Something I do briefly want to talk about here is Skyblock's economy, and there are a lot of changes happening very, very quickly. I mean, look at red sand prices, down quite a bit from their 7-day average. Look at mycelium, also down quite a bit as you can see here. Same thing for silexes or anything hardstone related. You're going to see huge reductions in these prices, and that's mostly because of the new block fortune system, the ability for you to get a lot of fortune on these blocks, and I think that these can become decent money-making methods if you're interested right now. For example, people were talking about enchanted flint being a decent money-making method. The price is pretty similar to how it was pre-update, and you're able to utilize like the flint shovel and go into the spider's den and make a lot of money per hour doing stuff like that. Generally, there are a lot of money-making methods right now, but what I think is interesting about this is that gemstones are not generally as useful as they were previously. And I don't know if that's really just an oversight on the admins, maybe they wanted to add more gemstone spread in and they just didn't, or if they want gemstones to just be a little bit more rare in the economy. Regardless, it seems like people are moving away from those money-making methods, and that definitely hurts Iron Man players a little bit, because all that leaves is stuff like Mines of Divine Gold, and that is a little bit rough if you have to rely on that one specific money-making method. Now, at the same time, I hope that maybe we'll see some increases in the amount of gemstone spread that you're able to get. It does feel a little bit low, but we'll have to wait and see. Overall, while I generally like a lot of the stuff within the mining update, and I think a lot of the recipe changes and benefits for players mining alternative resources are really nice, I do feel for those who mine gemstones specifically, as it feels like their rates are a little bit lower. Hopefully we see some updates in the near future to remedy this issue, but we'll have to wait and see on that. At the end of the day though, my name is Derailious, thank you so much for watching this video till the end, and look to the future fellas, I'll see you then.